はい、皆さん、こんにちは。This is Japanese 3-3 Honors ta form structure. So this is 415, 4.15, I guess, ta forms. Now, so let's just dive in directly into the ta forms. So what are they? Ta form is the casual form of mashita. What does that mean? So that means that ta form is another category of plain form. If you remember plain forms, dictionary form is one of them, if you remember. Remember that? Dictionary form is when you conjugate your verbs into the rus or the us. And so if you remember the ru song, that was all dictionary forms, right? Now, ta form is the casual form of mashita, which means kakimashita, conjugates to kaita. Tabemashita conjugates to tabeta. Shinimashita conjugates to shinda. Now, if ta form is the plain form of mashita, that means ta form is the past tense of the dictionary form, because dictionary form is the plain form of masu. If you remember, masu is present positive, mashita is past positive. And one is present tense, one is past tense. And so that means dictionary form is the present tense and the ta form is the past tense. So kaku is kaita, taberu is tabeta, shinu is shinda. And so reiterating everything, ta form is the past tense of the plain forms. So plain form is a big umbrella category, and within the plain form, there are 4 different categories. One is plain form, which is also dictionary form, which is also the plain form of the present positive. Now we have plain past, which is the ta form, which is also the plain form of the past positive. And then we have the plain negative, which is the plain form of the present negative. It's the nai form. And then we have the past negative, it's the plain past negative, is the nakatta form. So now ta form conjugations. So as it says right here, ta form conjugates just like the te forms. Isn't that exciting? Some of you I know like te forms, some of you do not like the te forms. But if you can see right there, te forms, we're going back to the groups. We have group 1, group 2, and the irregulars. Right here, there's a group 3 and a group 2/3, but you can go ahead and ignore that. There's group 1, group 2, and the irregulars. Group 1s are all the ones in the light red. Group 2s are all the ones in purple. And the irregulars are yellow. And there are exceptions, which is in green. Now, the group 1s, if you remember, if you drop the mas, the verb stem is 2 or more words, and the stem ending always is a E sounding word. So that's group 1. Group 2, when you drop the mas, the verb stem is always 2 or actually 1. So it could be a single stem. But for the ones with the 2 character stems, usually or always, the ending is an E ending, right? So group 1 again has an E ending and has 2 or more characters in the stem. Group 2 is an E ending, has 2 or more characters in the stem, or it's a single stem. So that means it only has 1 word. Now, irregulars, there are always 2 irregulars. It's kimasu and shimasu. And there are some exceptions in the te forms, okimasu, ikimasu. Now, with that being said, let's try singing the song once, okay? So it's mini bin de, ichiri de, kite kite, shishite, kimasu kite, shimasu shite, okite ite, tabete. One more time. Mini bin de, ichiri de, kite kite, shishite, kimasu kite, shimasu shite, okite ite, tabete. Now, why is this important? Because ta form, again, conjugates just like the te forms. And if you notice right here, ta form ending is just like the te forms, but the ending is what? The ending is da, ta, right? So it's unda, smatsuna ta, ita, ida, shita, kita, shita. 起きた、行った、食べたね. So it's exactly the same thing, but with a た at the end, or as a だ at the end. And so with that being said, I'd like for you to go through this slide and practice this. What did I just do? Hello? Am I looking for something? Oh, there it goes. Okay. 忘れます. So that's a group 2 because it has a れ at the end. So drop the mas, look at the れ, and then you add た this time. So it's 忘れた. Good job. では買います. Group 2, group 1. It is exactly group 1. Drop the mas and you have an e at the end. 2 or more characters in the stem and it has e at the end, right? So 買います. Going back, if it's a e, what do we do? E is right here. So it's スマツンのた. So it's 買ったですね. 泳ぎます. ぎ. 泳いだ. And so I like for you to practice these on your own. 貸します. What is that? 貸した. 曲がります. You're right. 曲がった. 止まります. Think about it, think about it, think about it. It's り. So 止まった. Good job. And then かかります. かかった. Good job. And 巻きます. How about this one? 巻いた. So you have a few more to do on your own. Practice those. Make sure you're taking notes on this. Now, if you understand the ta form, then I'd like for you to take you directly to a structure that uses the ta form, which is called the tari form. And this relates back to ya and nado, because ya and nado was used as a such and such for noun sentences. Now, such and such for verb sentences is tari. So what you have to do is you have to conjugate your verbs into the ta form and add ri to it, create a tari form to formulate such and such. And so if you take a look at this paragraph right here, or this, not a paragraph, but a dialogue. So Mari-san says, 昨日のパーティーはどうでしたか? Kenさんね、とても楽しかったです。歌を歌ったり踊ったりしました。たかしさんも行ったんですか? ええ、友達と話したりしていました。And so it translates to how was the party yesterday, right? Now it was a lot of fun. We sang songs, danced, and did that sort of thing. And so 歌を歌ったり踊ったりしました means we did such things as sing and dance. So it is the ya and nado of the verb form. So たりね。So 歌を歌います conjugated to 歌った plus り歌ったり。Now 踊ります conjugate to ta form 踊った add a り to it 踊ったり. So the ending is たり and that's why it's called the たり structure. たかしさんも言ったんですか? I did such thing as just speak. So 話したりしていました. So going deeper into this handout, the tari construction expresses such meanings as to do this, do that, and do others like them. Do these things among other similar activities. Thus it is used to express only representative actions or states with the implication that there are additional related actions or states not mentioned explicitly. So you have to change it to the plain past verb, which is the ta form, and you add ri to it. Now, if you wanted to do an adjective, that would be the form, but we'll talk about that at a different time. But it is katta or kunakatta plus ri, if some of you remember that. Now, if you wanted to say that yesterday I studied Japanese and cleaned my room, among other things, your sentence will be 昨日は日本語の勉強したり、部屋を掃除したりしました。So in most cases, 2 actions or states are expressed in this construction, but you can express more than 2, usually 3, as shown in the following example, or only 1, as in the last line of the first dialogue. The tense of the actions or states are determined by that of the sentence. So final conjugation at the end of the sentence. Tense's meaning, is it past tense or is it negative? Or is it present tense ね。休みの日は洗濯をしたり、掃除をしたり、買い物をしたりします。Another one. 昨日は洗濯をして、掃除をして、それから買い物をしました。Now this is a little different, isn't it? Now this is the te construction. Now some of you guys may have been wondering what's the difference, right? Now, Tete construction is when things occur in that particular order. And so when you say 洗濯をして、掃除をして、それから買い物をしました, then you're doing those things in that particular order. So you did your laundry, and then you cleaned, and then you went shopping. But if you use たりたり, so 洗濯をしたり、掃除をしたり、それから買い物をしたりしました, then you're not actually doing those things in that particular order, but you did things as. So you're just listing them as an example. So those are the two differences between the te structure and the tari tari structure. So let's take a look at some of these examples. 牛乳を飲んだり、飲まなかったりです。Now, this particular one goes further into the tari tari. And this is when you're saying that you have done one thing and then you also have not done the other thing. So there's an inconsistency in the conversation, ですね。And so it means that you do that sometimes and you don't do it sometimes. So I sometimes drink milk. I sometimes don't drink milk. Next one, I sometimes cook good meals and I sometimes cook terrible, unappetizing meals. 私の作る料理は美味しかったり、美味しくなかったりします。And so those are some of the structures, but the most important structure as of now will be the tari tari just by itself. You don't have to worry about the te structure. You don't have to worry about the adjective, tari tari. You don't have to worry about the positive and the negative of sometimes, but just focus your attention solely on this one. 勉強したり、部屋を掃除したりします。or しましたですね。And so, if we were to go back into this slide right here. So this one we use specifically to do ya and nado, but we can actually use this for the tari tari as well, right? So 札幌で札幌ビール博物館に行ったり、和牛を食べたり、札幌ラーメンを食べたりしますね。Now we're talking about the actions. So 東京タワーでスカイツリーに行ったり、東京タワーを見たり、東京ディズニーランドに行ったり、渋谷クロッシングを見たりします。名古屋で名古屋城に行ったり、うなぎを食べたり、味噌カツを食べたりします。京都で金閣寺に行ったり、嵐山で写真を撮ったり、伏見稲荷大社で歩いたりします。静岡で富士山を見たり、お茶を飲んだりします。広島で平和記念公園に行ったり、宮島で写真を撮ったり、生牡蠣を食べたりします。那覇で首里城に行ったり、沖縄美ら海水族館に行ったりします。If you notice, it was たりたりします。たりたりします。Now, if you did go and you did those in the past tense, obviously your ending will be ました。I hope this was clear for you. If you have any questions, make sure you ask me.